Now we wait, guys. Now we wait patiently. And we wait for a confirm. Because there's still 4 minutes left here. Like, this could flip bearish. This could close below. Like, this could do a lot of things. So it's really important that we wait for closures to confirm. Okay. What about the news? What news? There is no restricted news today. There's some red folder in an hour, but, you know, we could be out of this trade by then. But it's not restricted, right? So if it's not restricted, I don't care about it. That's the simplest sort of way to put it. Okay, so we have 2 minutes to the closure. Now is a pretty good time to work out your position sizing. Okay, so 2 minutes before the closure, work out what is your sizing going to be. Like, if we do close bullish in 2 minutes, what is your sizing going to be? And you want to make sure that you're risking the same amount every single trade. Every trade, guys. That is vital. Okay, so just to make this very clear, if this candle closes bullish, I will be getting long on the break of the high. Invalidation below the low. Just to make that very clear. I know there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of new people in here as well. That's the plan. So if we close bullish, then we will enter on the break of the high. But we still have 30 seconds left of this candle right here. So now we wait. We need the next candle to break this high, and then we're going to be tagged long. Okay, that's it. Long. Okay, so I'm long on the break of this high. Invalidation below liquidation. Target of 1 to 2. Cool. That's it. Now I want every single one of you guys to close the stream down and never come back. No, kidding. But just now we do nothing, right? The hard work is done. The hard work is done right here. So no matter what the outcome is, the risk is defined and we know the plan. So leave it alone. Don't look at it. Don't have anything to do with it. And now we can chill out and we can talk some shit. How does that sound? Yeah? Cool. Let's do that. All right, so that's it, guys. Like, now we just chill out for a bit. Now we talk some shit and we just chill. That's the hard work done. That's the hard work done. Now we just wait. So the question is, what do we do in our spare time now? Do we just, what do we do? How do we make this fun? Do we just get some like crazy music on or something? We're going to do some Q&A. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so my stop loss is just below this low. And then really what we're looking is, can we take out this internal range liquidity? So really what's happened here is we have took out external range liquidity. Okay. And we're wondering, can price move from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity? Okay. So external range liquidity means a previous session's low, right? This is how I define it. There's many ways to define external liquidity. This is how I define it. This is how I see it. So we've took out external. This is the Asia low. Okay. We're now back inside the range. Okay. And so when you're buying, where is the internal range liquidity? Well, it's right here. So the expectation is we move from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. So this makes sense, right? Based on that assumption, But as we know, this trade right here, and this is the honest truth, right? This trade has a 50% chance of playing out. Okay, and that's the truth. That is trading. We are trading an edge. So, it's all well and good thinking, and sounding smart with internal to external and inducement and all of this, right? Which these are great things to help you understand the market. But at the end of the day, you have a 50% chance of this trade playing out. Right? So, you can try convince yourself all you want with all of this fancy terminology and explanations and everything, right? You still have a 50% chance of this playing out. And that's what my goal here is to do, is to not try to over explain things or over sell things, right? Like, this is the reality of trading. This is the industry that we're in. You have a 50% chance right now. But the good thing is, because as we know, with a 33% win rate, right? Sorry, 33. So with a 1 to 2, a 33% win rate, you break even. With a 1 to 2. Meaning anything more than, say, 37, 35% or more win rate, you make money long term. And ours is 50%, so that's pretty bloody good. Right? Meaning that if you take this trade thousands of times, you make money long term. Does it mean you're going to make money today? No. Does it mean you're going to make money tomorrow? Not at all. But if you do it 1,000 times, you will. And that's to do with the random distribution of returns. Meaning that we do not know when the winners, the losers are going to come. We don't know that. And that's why people try, and that's why trading's so hard, because people are trying to, they're like, okay, the stars have aligned, so this has to be a winning trade. Not at all. Wrong. So because of a random distribution, you get random returns. If you want a consistent income, right, go get a job. Meaning, okay, you get 2K here. You get 2K here. You get 2K here. Go get a job. Each month, right? Or you have trading 0, 4K. 0, 7K. This is not for everyone, let's be honest. This is comfortable. This is problematic if you don't have the right processes in place. But yeah, let's see, guys. Looking in your big brown eyes. All right, let's get around to some questions. Which prop firm do I use? FTMO. If you want to support me, which I hope you do, there's a link to FTMO in my YouTube bio. So in my YouTube descriptions. I never really endorse it, but if you want to check it out, if you want to sign up, you can do. How can you say this trade has a 50% chance? Because it does. Because I've took this same trade hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And that is what my data tells me. So at the start of this call, we looked at this. So this is really important. So for anyone that was late, and shout out to Rory. Big up Rory, right? Let me just check. You can see, you can see this. So how can I say that we have a 50% win rate? Because of my data. Because of years and years of data. And that is my average win rate. Meaning, on average, if I take a trade, what can I expect? Okay. It's all about the data. Oh, I don't listen to Spotify. I just listen to like $50 bills getting like, in like the money printer going brrrr. That's my Spotify. I've just got a money printer in the corner. I just turn it on and it just goes brrrr all day. That's all I hear. I don't listen to music. Unless that is music. Maybe that's a new genre of music, the money printer. The money printer genre. Yeah, let me just check. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. buying through my referral. Thank you. I mean, they're the best firm in the world, and that's hands down. You can sit and argue which firms are better. I've not had any issues in years of requesting payouts from FTMO. Not a hiccup. Whereas some of these firms, they want to know your granddad's granddad. They want to know how many kids he had and how many dogs and how many cats. And they want to get you on in an interview and get you to put a suit on and intimidate you. What a load of shit. No problems with FTMO. I love them. But that's the thing. I can only tell you guys what I love and what I use from my own experience. And you can tell, like, when I'm speaking, it's coming from the heart. Because when you're living this stuff, it's easy. You just speak your mind, right? But yeah, FTMO, I know they expanded to the US not long ago. They've expanded to India, or they're going to be. Obviously, they're in Europe. So the future's bright for sure. For sure. Where is my stop loss? At the low of this confirmation. A good way to look at trades is this is a losing trade. Okay, so you look at this and you go, okay, this is a loss. And you already brace yourself for the loss. This is a good kind of way to reverse engineer your psychology. So you look at trading as if, okay, this is going to lose today, right? And then anything better than that, well, you feel good. Because your expectation is low, the bar is low, right? And so if it loses, you're like, cool, well, that's what I thought was going to happen. But as we know, 50% of the time, it's going to win. And so your expectation is low, but the outcome is high. And so you're going to feel good, right? And so that's how losing trades don't really affect you. Because you've already, you've braced for it. It's like, brace for landing, guys. Like coming in an emergency landing with the plane coming in. It's like, brace, guys, brace. Everybody get your oxygen masks on. You've already prepared for it, FTMO are very professional. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Cello. Yeah, you get what you pay for. So, my kind of philosophy in certainly in the UK is buy cheap, buy twice. Meaning, if you go with a shit prop firm, you're buying cheap, but I guarantee you're going to be buying twice. Meaning, you're going to get screwed over, right? So for me, it's like pay the money, just cough it up, sucker, and you get what you pay for. So that's how I view it. Like sometimes people see a sale, they're like, but another firm is like $100 cheaper. And I'm like, well, another firm is not going to pay you out. Or at least you're not guaranteed to be paid out. So imagine working like, oh, I'm blood, sweat and tears every single day turning up to the markets, and you've worked for 3 months and you request that payout, and this firm, I'm not going to name names, is like, you're not getting paid out. What do? So you've saved $100, but you've just requested a $3,000 payout and you've been rejected. I would rather have the peace of mind that I'm going to get paid out. And something that's very closely tied to this is called opportunity cost. I don't think I've spelled this right. I'm a mathematics student, guys. Gave me some relief, but mathematics graduate. So meaning that the time that you are in that challenge and you are working to get that money, that is time that you could be earning money. Okay? So this is something that's really important with trading, because if you believe that I'm going to be conservative and I'm going to risk like 0.5% per trade on a challenge, well, the opportunity cost of that is huge, because you could try pass a challenge in 7 months. Well, I've been more aggressive and I've just passed a challenge in 3 weeks, let's say, and I'm taking payouts along the way. So you may think, oh, it's just the time that you're wasting. It's not just the time, it's the money that you could be earning. And that's why I be more aggressive with prop firms, because it's the opportunity cost of earning money and the time that you're giving to the markets. Okay? There is no right or wrong, like I want to be honest. Everybody has their own risk appetite, but that's how I see it. I see it as more, oh, well, if I am in this challenge for 7 months and I'm grinding it out and then I get a payout or whatever, well, I could have took 5, 6, 7 payouts along the way. And that to me is probably like about whatever, 20K, right? We're talking hypothetically here, right? So the opportunity cost is not just the time, it's, oh, I could have earned 20K in that time. Yes, I may fail a challenge along the way or whatever, but at least I'm funded. At least I'm taking payouts. And so the opportunity cost is lower. It's an important, it's an interesting way. It's another angle to look at things. And that's my goal here. Like, I'm not here to tell you like my way or the highway. It's like, this is what's worked for me. This is an interesting way to look at this. What do you think of it? Does it resonate? Does it not? Do you want to apply it? Do you hate it? And that's what trading is, right? It's years of experience that you're building week on week to be able to work out your plan. What is your plan, right? And that's what a lot of this is, for sure. All right. So we're just chilling here. Again, this sort of rings true. It doesn't have to happen, but do we have any liquidity in the leg that liquidates? Do we have any liquidity in this leg right here? Answer me, guys. Let me know in the chat. Do we have any liquidity, i.e. buy-side liquidity, in the leg of this market right here? Not at all. So where is the liquidity resting? It's resting above the high. So this is what we spoke about before. If there's no liquidity generated in the leg, the liquidity is above the high, and so the expectation is we take it from sell side to buy side. And that's why I love these aggressive liquidations, because when there's not any liquidity in the leg, they often play out. Again, does it mean that it has to play out? No. But these are the probabilities that we're playing with, right? All right. When is the next live call? I go live with like the exclusive all the time, but I don't really have like a schedule for the free community. But yeah, it's something I want to do more of for sure, because I love connecting with everyone and things. But yeah, I do lives and I trade live every single day in the exclusive, but it's not something that I, of course, do in the free. The free are sort of one-offs, maybe once a week or a couple times a week. If I've got time, I squeeze it in. Yeah. On average, when I be aggressive with scaling capital and prop firm challenges. It takes me around, on average, around 4 weeks to get funded. You know, sometimes it's less. Like there was a week we had a. You guys won't believe this, or you know, if you're in the exclusive, you will believe this. But we had an 8-hour day. Sorry, it was a 6-hour day. In one, so this was one single day. So meaning we had 3 winning trades in one day, which is like mental, right? So on a day like this, well, that's, if you're aggressive, that's like 12%. So, you know, you're going to pass a challenge in a day. So it really depends, but on average, it's around 4 weeks, right? Yeah, so liquidity in the leg, that's a good point. So thanks for asking that. I'm sure you're not like the first person that's sort of thinking that, right? So when I say liquidity in the leg, imagine this high to this low. So if I take off the sessions, this is the liquidation, the leg of liquidation, meaning from the high to the low. So what you're asking yourself is, was there any obvious buy side liquidity generated in this leg? You could argue that you have this tiny high here, but to me that's not significant enough, like a 1 candle pullback. And it's not even a proper pullback, right? So when we're asking about liquidity in the leg, you're going, okay, from high to low, was there any buy side in this leg? No. If not, then the buy side is behind the high. The buy side liquidity is behind the high. Meaning if you're buying here, the expectation is there's nothing that can really stop this. And obviously it can, because as we know, we have a 50% win rate, right? But that's the logic. There's nothing in this leg that could be used as buy side to then sort of turn this around, okay? And so it comes back to like the external internal thing, where you're trading from external liquidity, i.e. below Asia low, to internal, which is above this minor swing structure, okay? So all it means is from your high to the low of the leg that liquidates, do you have any obvious buy side liquidity? If the answer is no, then the liquidity is likely resting above the high, which is good for us. Because as we know, liquidity acts as sort of like a magnet in price, right? And so price should be drawn to this. It doesn't have to be, but it's likely that it is. Yeah, the prop firms are going to bloody hate us. I think that's the case at the moment. I think that's why we're growing so quickly. You know, guys, I never ask for any favors. Can I just ask for one thing? Just one thing. Can you share the Discord with as many of your friends as possible? Because I want to help as many people as possible. So if you guys can do me one favor, because I know you all have one trading friend, at least one friend that's into trading. Can you share it with them? I would really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, we've hit like 4,000 people, which is insane. That is insane. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Neil. So I know you're asking this drinking your salt water, your Himalayan salt water, but the firms that I use, I've not had any problems, and this has been going on for a long time now. So like, it's been a good few years of trading similar systems. So for now, it's like, well, the firms have never clocked on or never done anything about it, even though many people have been trading this same system, right? Momentum mastery. So for me, it seems okay. I know that there's some firms that are starting to, like funding pips or whatever. Like, I don't want to really name names, and I don't even know if that's factually right. So don't fact check me on that. But there is some firms that are not loving it. So I think with growing so fast and so quick, basically it's the firms that don't want to pay people out. But for now, we seem good. We seem all right. Yeah, that's it. Eventually, we're going to become an institution. Toto Capital will be an institution. And rather than having to call JP Morgan, they're going to call us. Yeah, you beat me to it, Neil. That's what's going to happen. They're going to call us, and we will be dictating the markets. Something to add to that is I know other people who are trading mechanical systems. I'm not going to name the names, other services, other people that are trading the same system. They also do not have any problems as well. And they are also using prop firms. So I'm not worried in the slightest. I don't think there's any sort of room to be, right? Maybe if you're using some black market prop firm, maybe, because they're not going to want to pay you out, right? But for me, not at all. No, that's it. Somebody saying, like, why do you share so much for free? And I disagree with that at all. Like, when people say, like, why do you share stuff for free? The whole goal is I am going to share the foundations of a system. And you're going to be like, oh shit, if he shares so much for free, what is in the exclusive? Like, I need to be in there. Or I just want to work with this guy. So it's not necessarily about what I'm sharing. Like, the goal is to help as many people as possible. But let me be honest, the end goal is you're going to be like, oh, that Liam guy, he shares a lot of value. I, resonate with that. And so I want to work with him. Simple as. And that's how I operate as well. If somebody's giving a lot of value for free, I'm like, oh, I respect that. And so I want to work with him. I want to join his program, his course, his one-on-one, whatever, right? I want to be in that inner circle. So that's how I view that. Yeah, so we have the NYSE Open, the New York Stock Exchange Open right now. What do we expect at the New York Open? Well, we expect volume for sure, right? So, does this mean that the volume has to be higher? No. Can it be the other way? Yes, of course. But the main thing is we expect volume. Okay. We expect volume. And that's a win, guys. Come on. What a beautiful trade. What an absolutely sensational trade, guys. Wow. What a beautiful trade. Let's get some W's in the chat, guys. Come on. Let's get some W's. What an absolutely beautiful trade. Let's get some W's in the chat, guys. Come on. I know you want to. What a sensational trade. And that's how we do it. That is how we do it, guys. Oh, you guys are going insane. What a beautiful trade. So this was taken in front of, this is in the Google meeting. This was also in the Discord. We got so many people in here. We got over 150 people in here. What a beautiful trade. And that's how we do it. Let's go, guys. Come on. Merry fucking Christmas, guys. Let's go. What a beautiful trade. Fucking hell. Happy fucking Friday. Wow. What a banger trade. What did we have? I talk about this all of the time. NYSE Open equals volume. Exactly what we got right here. Clean as a whistle. Right? No liquidity in the leg coming down. Liquidity behind the high. Clean price action coming down. Clean to the left. Clean to the right. Pat yourself on the back, guys. What a beautiful trade. Wow. Okay, and that's how we do it. Now you can chill out. Now you can relax. Yeah, that's on US 500. That is 8 wins out of 9. So in the last 9 trades, we've had 8 wins on US 500. Let's go. Come on, let's keep clapping over here. I see you, Tate. I see you over there. Let's go, baby. Yeah, that's sick, guys. Come on. I know every single one of you took that trade as well. I know for a fact. I can see it. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. I told you guys, JP Morgan are on it. I told them to dump it. I told them to pump it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. If anybody here is serious about taking your trading to the next level, I encourage you to check out the exclusive community. I'll drop a link. I don't ask for much, but if you want to connect and you want to take your trading to the next level, this is something that would allow you to do that. What a sensational trade. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, totocapital.co.uk, that's where it's at. If anybody just wants to have a chat, you know, and you want to reach out and you want to find out more about what I do, maybe you want to work one-on-one, just reach out. You can just DM me on Discord and we can have a quick chat. But yeah, that's sensational. 8 out of 9 wins? Fucking hell. On US 500? So we've had 1 loser, 8 wins. Sensational. This is some of the cleanest price action that I've seen in a while. But it also felt the same as the other day. The other day we had that very large liquidation. Right? That very aggressive trade that we spoke about. We go back over here. They look pretty similar, right? Large liquidation, continuation. So, as we know, the market is never the same, but it often rhymes. We know that for sure. It's never going to look exactly the same, but it's going to rhyme. Over what period? So like the last 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, if you guys held this trade, if you used correct risk management, you need to pat yourself on the back. You did that. Right? You didn't micromanage. You held it. You had the conviction to believe that this is the target. Most traders can't even get beyond that. Right? So pat yourself on the back. Understand, why you took this trade. And internalize the result of this trade. If you made money, print it out from the bank, go to the bank, put it on your desk, smell it, look at it, feel it, play with it. And I'm not talking about something else. And internalize that money. Until you do that, it's very hard because it's just a number on a screen. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. If you want to support me, you know what to do. Join the community, whatever. If you want to have a chat, reach out. I'll be happy to. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, guys. Happy Friday. Take care. Merry fucking Christmas.